When a politician says, well, everybody knows, you got to know what's coming next is meant to deceive you. I'm Chris. This is Fiercely Independent. And this is our series called Spot the Spin. And today we're talking about a common fallacy used by both sides, both Democrats, Republicans. It's called this appeal to common belief fallacy, sometimes called appeal to anonymous authority. But the point being is politicians use it all the time to say, well, everybody knows, everybody tells me, everybody says, or everybody agrees. That should be a giant red flag for you to spot that spin and say, okay, I know what's coming next is going to be BS. What makes this a fallacy? Let's first get into what a fallacy is in the first place. A lot of people think a fallacy is basically something that's false, or it's a technical term used in high school debate clubs, right? That is not what a fallacy is. In fact, the etymology of fallacy is to deceive. It is to trick. And that's why it's so important to spot this spin, because when politicians use it, they're using it to trick, to deceive, and to manipulate you into buying into an argument that is completely wrong. Now, the fallacy of common belief, we know this to be a fallacy historically is because, well, just because something's popular doesn't make it right or true. Millions of people can be wrong. So when there was a time, in fact, history tells us, history proves this to us, people used to say, well, the earth is flat. Everybody believed the earth was flat. People used to know that the earth was the center of the universe. Again, all of these are fallacies based on this popular belief. And the point being here, the bottom line, popularity does not make something true. I'm going to say that again a little bit slower. Just because a belief is popular does not make it true. My frustration is, why doesn't the media call out politicians on this? Why aren't reporters challenging any politician that says, well, everybody says blank? And I don't know if it's just because the press isn't that smart. I don't know if they're not trained to spot the spin. They let it slide. And challenging an appeal to common belief, an everybody knows statement, is actually quite simple. All you have to ask is who? Who says? Who agrees? Give me empirical data. Point that out. When you can do that and spot the spin, then you don't fall into the trap of what's coming next. Because like I say, what's coming next is meant to deceive you, to trick you, and manipulate you. So it's important to spot the spin. So the next time you hear this kind of statement that, well, everybody knows the election was stolen. Really? Push back. Who? Who knows? What data do you have to show that? Because otherwise you're falling into it. And that's why, again, it's so important to spot the spin. I hope you have a great day. Stay fierce, stay independent. We'll be talking to you soon.